Sorry to keep you so busy.
You want to log out and log back in?
Do we have to do that?
No.
No, that's leave it like that.
I think you go. We just when the video was saying, we just edit it.
Okay, where are we? Okay, where we at
You can start from the beginning if you want.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, hello. My name is Johnny Henry, and I'm happy to be with you today live from LinkedIn to speak with you on a number of my experiences in life and that spiritual fire within, a mission to perform and to accomplish. Um, First, let me introduce myself. I'm an author, have published 5 books and 2 books pending on Amazon.com. I'm a professional speaker with the Salem Speakers Bureau. Um, I'm a course creator, writer, poet. I also am a coach and counselor. What I see in life, I want to express this to you because in life, I've been trying to get to the podium for a number of years. And I believe it's due to the spiritual fire that God placed in my soul and the anointing of the leadership that He placed upon my head. That not only myself, but you also have something that you have to express on the screenplay of life. God bless us to be here. I'm here 76 years young, and I'm grateful to wake up in the morning and just be part of life. One more sunshiny day, on a rainy day. We need the rain like we do the sunshine. And God has blessed me to come to you today to share that gift with you. Test driving the gift that God bestowed upon us. God blesses with each one of us with gifts, talents at the beginning of life. And at one end of the spectrum, He blesses us with the idea of what that gift may be, or the purpose that we may serve on this mission, because we're all spiritual beings on an earthly mission. And in life, you're going to have interruptions. You're going to have disruptions in life. But what God bless you with is the mindset. That mindset is the experiences that you go through in life that create the person, your mental, emotional, psychological self in life. That mindset, whether it's a good mindset, a negative mindset, it's, your experiences determine that. So on the other end of the spectrum, God bless us with the reality of thriving in that purpose. The reality of thriving in that purpose, becoming that purpose, expressing it to the fullest, as full as you can, all the power you have in you, everything. When you do that, you can move, you can shake the world, you can uplift those that need uplifting. You can inspire those that need inspiring. This is what that spiritual fire is about. Once it touches one upon one, it touches upon another. And you got a big, amazing spiritual fire of revival. This is what we need right now, not only in America, but in the world. So, reaching out to you today, and as well as listening to you on LinkedIn and different channels. I want to share one of my channels with you on YouTube that you can get my podcast with the Chris Voss Show. Touching hearts, changing minds, inspiring souls. And I think you will like that podcast. And I have other great videos on there, articles that I believe that you would really like. And my channel is Johnny Henry 7065 at youtube.com. Johnny Henry, that's JOHNNY HENROY 7065 at youtube.com. And I will be more than happy to have some subscribers to that channel. Absolutely. So, because we are all in the process of helping each other along the path of life. This is what it's about. Now, as I was saying earlier, God bless us to be in life a number of years, some longer, some shorter. But even those that's here a short time, they've touched us in ways that we can never forget. They've touched in ways we can never forget. We live for them. We live on for them, for our loved ones, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our family, our friends that's going on. We live for them too, our people. And when I got it on my mind, I want to say happy Juneteenth to you. Happy Juneteenth. Juneteenth is the day that after day in 1865 when President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamations to free Black people from captivity or slavery, whatever you may call it. But the people in Galveston, Texas, weren't aware of it until 2 years after that. The Union Army was going through and told them that they were free from slavery captivity. That was 2 years after. That's how Juneteenth got started. And I hate to think about. I think about what my people went through, the pain of suffering, misery, of being taken out of, uprooted, and taken from their home, and manhood, womanhood taken from them. All this and being in a situation that they had no control. They couldn't be the men and women that they wanted to be, that they were born to be. But yet God was in the mix. One thing they had the spiritual fire within. That's why I'm talking to you today. They had the spiritual fire within. And not only that, but when you all those a lot of the 250-year history of coming up on America, the celebration of July the 4th, 250th year American anniversary, we had a lot of good, a lot of bad, and a lot of ugly. In that 250 years, 400 years, 250 years altogether, when it became a nation, we had a lot of ugly. We had my people was, I mean, you had dreadful hangings. I can go on and on. You know what happened, but we made it through. Triumph of the triangular community in America is what helped us to make it through. And what I mean by triumph of the triangular community, triumph is that you overcome something that you didn't think you had the willpower to overcome, that you didn't think you had the turpitude to overcome. But somehow God put it in you to sustain you through that morose state of being, of slavery, of rape, of hangings, lynchings, burning down cities, flooding cities, killing millions of people, thousands of people, maybe millions, I don't know. But not to shed a dark spot on that celebration, but all this is a part of America's 250-year anniversary. We must tell the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, there have been some good too. So voting rights, and with the Supreme Court gutting the Voting Rights Act, I totally disagree with them. I'm a leader in the African American community. One of their leaders, I would like to think so. And when and we're all men and women, we're not gods. And when we're wrong, we should admit that we're wrong. And the states that these voting rights were gutted were in the four of the most southern states that Black people had great problems of trying to get voting rights. So to me, in the advent of the 25th year anniversary, SCOTUS, you were wrong. You were wrong in gutting the Voting Rights Act. It should have been a law a long time ago. So when you're right, admit and support you. When you're wrong, I have to let you know you're wrong. So we can't accept the status quo of what has been done. We must continue to fight for our rights and for what is right. This is what that spiritual fire does to you. You can't sit back and say, well, we're going to accept. No, because we're not going to accept this. We're going to stand for what is right, fight for what is right. For the ones that's not even here yet, we got ones that's on their way here that's going to be affected by this the next 40 or 50 years longer. So if I sit back and don't say anything about it, I see all this crookedness going on, all this evil, this darkness, and we must be that light, that spiritual fire that burns in the most darkest parts of the maze, of the shadow. We must be that light that stands in the midst of the people, that leadership, the light of leadership. The most important thing about leadership is that it's not being above the people or beyond the people, in front of the people or behind the people, pushing the people, or in front, pulling the people, above the people, dictating down to the people. Well, like when Jesus came, he came on to Jerusalem on a donkey. He could have came in on a Clydesdale if he wanted to, on a big, beautiful horses, but he came representing the lowly of the lowliest of people. He could have gone to other places, but he believed that the people he was coming to would be more open to his reception than people that were wealthy, that had it made, that was arrogant on themselves, uplifting on themselves. But he believed that these people would be accepting, and they were accepting. But he lived his life to show us how to live. He came to planet Earth down through 42 generations, rabbinic line, to show us how to live, show us how to lead, to show us how to follow. Now, his authentic, amazing heavenly leadership, he wasn't too good to get down into the midst of the people where real true leadership shines. Real true leadership shines down with the people. Get down in the midst of the people where everything is going on at. That's what real true leadership is. It's not above the people or beyond the people. The people can't see the light if you're so far off. They're continuously stumbling and falling into pitfalls, hurting themselves, stumbling over each other, falling over each other. But if that light of God is in that leader, the heart of God is in that leader, the mind of God is in that leader, he or she is an authentic leader. And once they immerse themselves down in the midst of the people, they don't have to push or pull the people, or dictate to the people how the people should follow or what they should follow. All they have to do is allow that light to shine, their light to shine. And the people see that light, they will want some of that light. And when they begin to feed into that light, it touches upon the light within them. And once each light touches each light of each one of us, our light begin to glow like amazing, like the sunlight, and to make that darkness flee, like the noonday sun, like the glittering stars at night, like the glowing of the moon. See, what I'm saying is that when we get down in the midst of the people, you got something, that spiritual fire, that spiritual fire, it gets all in you, all in the people, and it inspires and uplifts you. It says, now I'm gonna share one verse with you. This verse I want to share with you. Maybe a couple of verses here. Matthew 5th chapter 13 through the 17th verse. It says, Matthew 1st, 5th, 13th. Ye are the salt of the earth. Jesus was speaking about us back then, about me and you today, because he knew we was going to need this. He knew we was going to have to be the salt that preserves, that give meaning to life, that give flavor to life, like salt give flavor to food, make food taste good. We're supposed to make life feel and taste good to people. We're supposed to make life wonderful. That's what we're supposed to do as children of the Most High God. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to preserve that which is right. And it says, if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out. Cast where? Cast out where? I don't want to be cast out. It could be to the outer rooms of the universe. I don't know. So much darkness out there. I'm afraid to be cast out. I don't want to be cast out. And trodden on the foot of man. And I definitely am not want to be trodden on the foot of man. He didn't put me here to be trodden on the foot of man. He put me here to help uplift man, inspire man, to lift man up out of degradation into understanding, with a little wisdom, a little knowledge, and a little love, and a little peace, enough to make it down the road of life each day of what is normal. And then in the 14th verse it said, a city on a hill cannot be hid. You know what that means? A city on a hill cannot be hid. When you've been traveling in life and you've been riding a long way, at night, you're tired, you're hungry, you're sleepy, you got your family with you, and most of them are falling asleep, and the driver's hopefully still awake. And you see that light far distance. You know, that's a place, that's a city. You can seek refuge there. You can seek shelter, food, water, sleep, rest. You can rejuvenate yourself and take care of your family. And perhaps the next day get started the next day on your journey the next day. But you can see that light far off. And that's the way we should be, like that city on the hill. Our light should be seen far distance off. People should see that light in us no matter where you are. And then it says, 15, a man doth not light a candle and put it on the bushel, but on a candlestick, so all in the house can have light. And all in the house means all in America. So all in America can have light. America needs light. We need light right now. Yes, we do. So all in the world can have light. This is what we need. But a lot of us, we light that candle early in life. Like in my life, I always wanted to be someone of something great. Teach your kids to want to achieve something great in life, because you are what you think, as you think you are. If you think little, you're going to get little. That's what you're going to get. If you think greatness, achieving something great, something amazing, something wonderful, powerful, it might not come right away. But if you continue to nourish that seed in the power of your secret inner self, where the Spirit of God lives, you might have to go through some transformation, but eventually you will receive that on the screen of your life. You will become that. You become that which you nourish, the seed that you plant. Beware the seeds that you plant in your subconscious mind. You don't plant okra and get potatoes. You don't plant watermelons and get butter beans. What you plant is what you get. So beware the seed that you plant in your subconscious mind. So in other words, I want to become great because it's something that God might touch me with his fire early in life. I was touched by the fire of God, touched by the spiritual fire. When you touched by the spiritual fire of God, it's just something different about you. Not only me, but many others out there. It's something that you yourself have to do before you leave planet Earth. And that's why I've been trying to get to the podium for the last 65, 70 years, look like. At least 60 some years. But But it's that fire knife, that spiritual fire won't let you be still. It won't let you become too comfortable. God's not going to let you become too comfortable. Because when you become too comfortable, then you missing the mark of what he got you here for. Of course, he wants you to have the miniatures of life, good things, great things, but he don't want you to lose sight of your purpose, your destiny. So, so I've always wanted to be achieve something of greatness, a great leader, one of the greatest leaders to ever live, but the leader of my people. I've always wanted to be the leader of my people. I was born with that mantle, and I just feel that I have to. I'm in a situation where I have to have something to do with that. I don't know, but I do believe that coming together with like-minded people, inspired, being inspired by others, and respecting the leadership in others. A great leader respects the leadership in other leaders. When you're down in the midst of the people are the body, and the leader is the head. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Have you ever seen a body without a head? Or a head without a body? I don't think so. They're both synonymous with the other. It's take the head and the body to move forward. Now, the body can't move by itself unless the head can't move by itself unless the body move the head. But the head have to give instructions to the body, to the heart, to pump that life flowing juice, blood flow to all parts of the body, to keep the body alive so that we can all move forward together. This is how all our gifts work in conjunction with the other. Each gift has a certain particular, each body part has a certain particular part to perform, as each gift of God and each one of us have a certain particular part to perform. And they're all important. I just like to treat God's great tree of life. Like I tell people, we're like God's great tree of life. You got the root to the tree, you got the trunks to the tree, you got the limbs, the leaves and fruit on the tree. That's the 4 parts of the tree. I'm going to ask you this question. Which part of the tree is more important? What part of the tree is more important? The roots, the trunk, the limbs, or the leaves from the tree? Because without any part of that tree, you wouldn't have a tree. Definitely without the roots, you wouldn't have a tree. You wouldn't have nothing. Because the roots are what grounds the tree, what holds the tree up, what balances the tree, or gives the tree its nourishment. The trunk delivers the life-flowing juices, chlorophyll, to the tree, to the limbs. The limbs take it up to the leaves and fruit on the tree. And the sun, with its photosynthesis, create oxygen, leaves, fruit on the tree. And without trees, my brothers and sisters, you and I wouldn't be alive. The trees give off oxygen then through my photosynthesis, and we breathe in oxygen. We give off carbon dioxide, I believe. One of those oxides. I get them confused sometimes. And the trees take it in and create more oxygen. So it's a reciprocal thing. So this is what I mean by asking God to bless you with that kind of wisdom, that to help me not to be better than anybody, but help me to be a part of life that can help uplift people and inspire people and move people along the way and be brothers and sisters in Christ the way we were meant to be. There's no big eyes, no little U's in heaven. And so in teaching your kids, it starts in the family. Leadership starts in everything, anything you could think, whatever you think of, could start in the family. That's where it all starts at. And no family is perfect. We got All kind of people in the family, good, bad, and ugly. But that's why they call it the family. But we all love each other still. That's where you learn leadership. That's where you learn respect. That's where you learn a little wisdom from mom and dad, a little understanding, strength, power, resilience. That's where you understand. That's where you learn how to survive, how to become a better you. Yeah. And that's how you learn to live with others and share with others, and to know that you're not the whole enchilada, but you got others out there that make you laugh. Think what it would be without other brothers and sisters, family, friends in your life. I couldn't think of my life being without my family, and it hurts when you are. It really hurts. But think about the noise, the racket, the crying, the good times, the bad times. Think about all those times. All this happened in the family, and that this is where personal development and growth begins in the family. It's a inch by inch thing, little bit by little bit, little by little. But as we begin to grow in grace and grow in God, we begin to grow and mold it in the right direction before we step out into the shadow of life. So teach your kids to think with the mind of not just becoming great, but becoming someone with a great and positive outlook on life, achievement, achieving something worthwhile to help move humanity forward, to help sustain us on this earth, not destroy us. We have to sustain humanity. Teach them that. Teach them, and the bad is out there. They're going to learn that soon enough. But if you teach them that what is right and what is good, it might help balance that bad that they've done on the outside. They might be able to survive better than if you don't teach them that. So you got to be the initiator. You got to initiate the I am factor in them. You have to initiate the I am factor in your children and your people. Like when Moses was delivering the children of Israel from Egypt, and he was talking to God. God was talking to him at the burning bush in the desert. And I'm not going to go through the whole story, but Moses asked God to, when Pharaoh asked who sent him, and God just said, tell him, I am sent you. I am. Tell him, I am. I am. And I am can cover a whole lot of categories. Think about it, my friends. I am what? I am who? I am how? I am what? I am when? Just I am. Teach your kids the power I am, what God wants me to be, how and when He wants me to be. That's what we need to do. So this is the part of not letting your candle stay under that bushel, but putting it on the candlestick and achieving that greatness. In the 16th verse, it says, let your light so shine amongst men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Not you, but your Father which is in heaven. We're glorifying God, our Father which is in heaven, but we're part of the process because we are the ones, the vessels that's carrying the good news, that's uplifting, that's inspiring. We're the vessels that's reaching out, touching hearts, changing minds, and inspiring souls. We're initiating and activating the I am in the people. 17th verse, I believe, said, Jesus said, I do not come to destroy the prophets or the law. One jot or one tittle will not pass till all be fulfilled. And I just want to share those three verses with you. To me, that's the core of the inner light that God blesses us with to navigate the shadow of life and there's many mazes that we have to face each and every day. And each one of us have an amazing story to tell. Or should I say stories to tell? But these stories are your experiences that create your life. That's another saying. It's a man's life is his story. He shares his life through his story. That means a woman too now. Men and women. A man's life is a story. He shares his life through his story. I mean, the life that you're living now, today, is the life that you are sharing right now. That's your story. That's your story. And your story is your mindset. Your mindset is part of your story. You can have a positive mindset or you can have a negative mindset. But I believe that the children of God, He prepares us with a positive mindset, not to be angry, overwhelmed with anger or madness or anything like that, but having overcoming heart. That heart, the heart of God in man, is a thriving and overcoming heart. Regardless of whatever situation you're faced, that you're facing, that you face in life, in the shadow, you have the heart of God to help you overcome that. And that triumphant spirit. You triumph over those negative things that's in your pathway as you tread your way to reach the reality of your purpose. And as you are on your mission to reach the reality of your purpose, it becomes even more so a daunting task. But it's a beautiful thing because you learn to, even when you're knocked down, you get back up, dust yourself off, because you have a purpose to perform and a mission to fulfill. Yes, but this is where faith comes in there. Hebrew 11 chapter first verse states, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Think about that now. Faith is the substance. Substance means that it's real. That's been touched. Hands been put on it. It's been seen by somebody. Maybe not you and I, but someone has seen it and has shared it with us. Faith is the substance. That means it's real, my friends, my brothers and sisters, my LinkedIn friends. Substance of things hoped for, that which we hope for is already real. We just hadn't gotten it yet, but it's on its way to us. And evidence means that it's real. Substance of things hoped for. What we hope for is evidentially real, and we're going to get eventually. But we have to keep hope alive, as Mr. Brother Jesse Jackson used to say. Keep hope alive. I used to hear just say that. He was a great leader, great man. Keeping hope alive. And in America, I want to say happy 250th year anniversary, even though through the good, the bad, and ugly. Black people, we got in where we fit in. We always get in where we fit in. That's our nature. We're gonna get in where we fit in. I mean, we can move forward together. There's no such thing as going backwards. I mean, you can't look forward and walk backwards. If you do, you're gonna fall and bust your cranium. So I say, as a leader, we look forward and move forward and go up when we can go up. A friend of mine, we had a small school, not a big football team, but they were scrappy. We had a scrappy football team. And the old coach told his nephew, he was a little guy. He wasn't big, but he was tough. He said, "Look, son, be unsatisfied with where you are. Be unsatisfied with where you are. Take your little boat out to where the big ships are." And I guess at that time it kind of puzzled him. What is he talking about? Being a kid, his mind hadn't reached that level at that time. Be unsatisfied with where you are. Take your little boat out to where the big ships are. What he was saying is, we might be little in stature, a little school, but let's go out and catch the big fish. Let's go out into the deep water and be the champs we're supposed to be. Let's go out and catch that big fish. You can't catch the big fish on the shoreline. You can only catch minnows. You can't eat a minnow. Take your little boat out to where the big ships are. Young people, in your life, when you are out thinking of the future right now, your future's hanging in the balance right now. Actually, it really does. I would say voting, you might not like either the Democrat or Republican Party, but you must choose the lesser of the two evils, I think. You do that, it will help you along the way, and your children, your grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So you must get out and vote in these midterm elections. And I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I'm going to tell you, you must participate in this voting apparatus with the Supreme Court and this administration erasing Black history, want to erase people of color, so to speak. From what I see, I might be a little bit wrong. I don't know. I'm not. I have to do a little assess this myself. Assessment. But we can't survive that kind of thing here in America or the world. We are all men and women that are created by the Most High God, and that's what we're going to be. None any less. But I think being a reasonable man or woman, we must sit down and come to some kind of understanding agreement on why you are gutting the Voting Rights Act when it's not normal, it's abnormal, and it's inhumane. It takes our representation from us to represent ourselves as men and women, as a people. And that's taking your human rights as well as your civil rights. It's not right. It's wrong. And you know it's wrong. So I as a leader, I can't afford to just sit back and allow that to happen. No. We move forward together, but don't move at all. I'm gonna say this to you, the Black man in America. I want you to read. Did you ever read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68? I think you should read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68, and some more verses in them, especially that verse in the Bible. You know exactly who I am. The initiator, I am who I am. And we don't want anything negative. We want just to live in amongst people in peace and harmony, joy, happiness, with the same rights, regulations, same rights and everything that everybody have. Work for our living, make a living for our family, our children and people. That's all we want. So we pray and hope that you will change your mind on that. And also, while I'm speaking, I want to congratulate President Barack Obama and Miss Michelle Obama for the Presidential Library. That program was magnificent. It was amazing. It was wonderful. I was spiritually touched, and seeing all the former presidents there just touched my heart. And with the situation that's going on today, it moved upon my spirit. Thank you so much. And so, as a teacher of mine told me once when I was in chemistry class, about 15, 16 years old, something like that. And I was, at the time, I was young, 15, my hormones had started pumping, I guess, and the girls had changed. I began to see chemistry in a different way. And that's a beautiful girl I'm sitting across from me. I was totally in love with her. I could say that. And my mind wasn't on the chemistry that was on the board, that he was, the numbers he put on the board. And he knew that I could have been doing better than what I was doing. So he called me into his office. Because no doubt he'd been noticing us, noticing me at least, but when I was, when my eyes, when my attention were. he said, he said, John, when he got me back to his office, he said, John, look, your dad gave you a great brain. Your dad gave you a great brain. He didn't say nothing about mom. I said, okay, okay. I was trying to see what he was getting at. He said, look, great things come in small packages. Great people come from small places. And the great oak tree was once a little nut. And when you said that, I didn't know what. I said, okay, the nut part is what got me. But I figured it out later in life that I couldn't help but laugh. But he was, some people, some teachers were just that. If you've had teachers who were so smart until just off the cuff, they were just so smart. They were just like, wow, this woman was a genius. And some of them really were. I'm pretty close to geniuses that were a genius. And he was just that smart, and I couldn't help it. I said, and that's been over 65 years ago. He told me that, and I couldn't help but laugh, man. I said, this is amazing, man. But what it is are you going to sit back there and allow distractions to keep you from achieving what you can achieve in the classroom as well as in life? To achieve greatness, you got to dig in. You got to be that nut that dig in, plant yourself under the ground, so the squirrel don't come along and snatch you up and crack that nut, because he's gonna eat you. That's what I tell you. He's gonna eat you. So if you dig in, get up on the ground, and then you start to grow and get a little strength and start to grow and grow into that big oak tree, then you can help shade something. You can help feed someone. You can help be a leaning post. You can help someone along the way. At least you become great. You can, people recognize, they can see you afar off. So are you going to remain that little nut the rest of your life? Or are you going to go into that great oak tree? That was the thing. And I still think about it today. I can't help but laugh. I laugh at it. And but it was all inspirational. It meant something. And I share that in my presentations today. And that fire within you, as you are fighting your way through the maze of the cloud of the shadow of life. You're bumping into things, but that fire within you lights a resonance, lights a fire within your heart, your soul. And it gives you a sense of understanding that you must complete this mission in order to make it replenish, how can I say it? To refresh, to replenish the universe, to inspire the people that's with amongst you, to let them know that there is a lot to life. And this part of life, we must inspire and uplift one another. We must hold each other arm length, arm by arm, and move together forward. This is what we must do. And when we do that, and in that shadow, as life goes on, it will make you, it will break you. The things, the choices that you make while you're in that shadow of life, the decisions that you make, will all determine your course of destiny. So try your best to make good decisions, good choices while you're in the shadow of life, seeking your purpose of your reality. Do your best to make the right decisions. Young people, you're just coming out of high school, coming out of college. Life is not going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be crazy. I'm going to say crazy because crazy things happen. But once you step into that shadow of life, navigating that shadow, facing the challenges of that maze, you learn to become a better man, a better woman. If you don't, it will take everything away from you. You have to refuse to lose. I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose to anybody. I don't believe in losing. God didn't put me here to lose. He put me here to be victorious. He put you here to be victorious. So, but you have to go through some before you can get some. It's not going to be given to you. It might take a while to get to your. Well, it took me years to get to mine when I went to school for. I came out running, man, trying looking for jobs and stuff like that, and dressed suit and tie, cleanest thing walking, briefcase like I owned the world. I owned it. But there were other elements out there that didn't quite see me in that light. So you have to deal with sometimes those negative elements. But you realize it's not on you, it's on them. You know who you are. Don't let what anybody think of you determine your course of destiny. It's what you think about yourself that determines who you are and where you're headed, not what somebody else think. What they think, it can be what the hill of beans. Nothing. It's what you think about yourself. I'm a child of the Most High God. That's royalty. That's nobility. No. Don't look down on me. Look at yourself. Before you look down on me. You look down on me, looking down on God. God, the Spirit of God dwells in me, dwells in you. I'm going to share another verse with y'all, so I like in the Bible. There's a number of verses I like. I like the whole Bible, of course. There's a number of verses. 91st Psalms, first verse. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Where's that secret place? So, to be in the secret place, you have to be. Common sense tells you you're in the shadow. If you're in the secret place, that's in His presence, in His heart, His mind, His soul. You see, we're like that little dirty raindrop that fell into God's pure ocean of love. That's why I saw myself. I see myself, and I see myself, and what I vision myself to be like that little dirty, dingy, ugly, nasty, stinky, messed up little raindrop along the way in life's shadow that fell into God's pure ocean of love. And when my dirty water hit God's pure water, that pure ocean of love, it instantaneously changed my life. Boom! All of a sudden, wow! Shockwave went through me. Not completely changed right away, but something happened. It seemed like God, He washed me with His hands and washed like mom used to wash those clothes in those long 3 tubs and big tubs. And I watched how she washed them, all them clothes, but she had a hymn she was saying, never grow old, never grow old, never grow old. And we said we ain't gonna let mama grow old because we're gonna have to keep her young. But she be watching those clothes and watching us at the same time, and we'll get into that's another part of history I'll be getting into it. But in the triangle community, that what that triangle community meant to us, it meant to America, meant to people all over the world. We have the triangle community in different structures, different kind of different categories, but you have that structure. That's what maintains the family. Actually really is. And if you go to my YouTube site, Johnny Henry 7065 at youtube.com, you will see a lot of wonderful information, I think, on Triumph of the Triangle community in America. You will see something in reference to ancient history, you name it. It's a lot of stuff on there. character building ethics, uh, video on that. So it's a number of things that you can uh, check out and subscribe to on my channel there. And I would love to have you to just do that. And not only that, but not before I get off here. Now, I also ran for president. That should show you who I am. Some of the things I've done. In 2020, I was on the my name and number was with the FEC Federal Elections Commission, and 2024, but not having the understanding, platform, background, understanding, and the financial you know, abundance to invest into running for president. At least I was trying to get to the podium. I figured, I said, if I run for president, maybe I get a chance to speak to some people. So, but that didn't happen. So, um, the name of my party was Let's Dance America Independent Party. Let's Dance America Independent Party, and it's still with the FEC, my name and number right now. So, America, are you ready to dance? I think it's the perfect time to do the old-fashioned two-step, do something a little bit different. I think the Democrat and Republican Party has run this course, and you need something a little bit different to a go-between or something. I believe I might be wrong, but that's what I feel. That time is more right now than ever for a third-party candidate, a good candidate to run for president and to, as Mr. Joe Biden says, save the heart and soul of America. So we are the heart and soul of America, the grassroots people. We are the heart and soul of America. It's not the billionaires, the trillionaires, and millionaires that's up there running the government right now. It's the people that's had their hand and feet in the dirt down here, like you and myself. And we are the ones that represent the true heart and soul of America. So out of all that the challenge that we've gone through in the past, we must move it forward and not backwards. Backwards is not an option. It's not an option. So I would say, let's continue to uplift, to learn. When you continue to learn, you continue to keep an open mind. As the saying goes, a body in motion stays in motion. If you keep your body in motion, your body will keep you in motion. That's right. If you keep it active, it keep you active. If you keep an active brain, your brain will keep you keep a balanced brain. Exercise that muscle up there. That's what it is, brain muscle. Exercise that muscle. Keep it live. Keep it functioning. That's your system. Keep it functioning. And in life, as in any, in life, as in as in the maze of life, you don't want to have all that potential, that gift that God blesses us with, the talents, and leave them in the shadow of life, whereby you're just a shadow. You're just a shadow. A shadow is just a shadow. That's all it is. You want to be more than a shadow. A shadow is reflection of what is, what can be, or what will be. It's a reflection of reality. You want to be more than just a shadow man or a shadow woman. Because if you don't express those gifts and talents on the screen of life, whereby it accentuates your purpose, That's all you were. Every word was a shadow of your existence. That's all. You just existed. You weren't being, you were just existing. You want to be more than just existence in life. You want to be. You want to be that reality. You want to be that purpose, that person. You want to step over into your reality. You want to shake the world. You want to touch the heartstring of the world. That you want to do something that not only you can feel, but the people can feel. They can feel you. You want to give them something that they can feel. Like Mr. James Brown said, get on the good foot. And speaking of getting on the good foot, I've had problems with my foot for the last 14 months. But that foot is healed now. By the grace of God, that foot is healed. And I'm grateful, I'm thankful I had to share that with you. And now I can get on the good foot. But before you can get up off that thing, as Mr. James Brown say, that thing is what's within you. That spiritual fire. Test drive that drip gift that God bless you with. You got to test drive that gift. Ask God, can I test drive this gift that you blessed me? Can I just test drive this gift for just a little while? Just a little bit. Can I just test drive it? And he said, yes. That's what I give it to you for. I didn't give it to you to sit on it. I want you to drive it. I want you to ride in that vehicle. I want you to drive that vehicle with care, with goodness, with precision, with love, my unconditional love, with my wisdom, knowledge, understanding, with humility, with humbleness, with heart and soul, with that triumphant spirit. Yes, I want you to test drive that gift of leadership, the greatness of leadership. You are what you think, what you eat, what you sleep, what you breathe. That's what you are. You test drive that thing. If you want to become a great singer, test drive it. A great dancer, test drive it. A great teacher, test drive that gift. A great preacher, test drive it. Great parent, test drive it. Whatever that gift God bestowed upon you, test drive that gift by expressing it on the screen of life. Let that be your picture. Let that be your video screen. Let that be your motion picture, as they used to say. Let that be the screen that you bring to life, in life, that you are sharing, and that you are life because you're fire. You're full of fire. You're full of the spiritual fire of God. So you can't help it. You can't sit back. That's why you continue to be healed when you get sick. That's why you come through near death accidents, hospitals, accidents on the highway, sicknesses. That's why. So does it make sense to test drive that gift, America? I think so. I know you think so too. So I think that as we get ready to close here, I don't want to talk too long, but I enjoyed sharing this with you, and I'm looking forward to listening and to you also, as well as learning from you, my LinkedIn friends, and that hopefully that we as men and women of God can move it forward together in peace, harmony, love, justice, equality, uh, abundance, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, on an equal footing with everyone. So maybe we can move it forward together and make it a happy place for all of us. And I want to say thank you for allowing me to come into your presence today, into your hearts, minds, and souls. And I don't know whether I've done a wonderful job or not. Well, the thing is the message. It's not so much where I've done a great job, not but the message, touching hearts, change minds, inspire souls, initiating, activating, and motivating the I am factor, um, conceiving, believing, and achieving that gift that God put in you. So let's continue to come connect and move this forward, move forward and upward. And I believe there are greater things to come for humanity. We might be in a dark place now, but the spiritual light of God always shines through the darkest moments. It never seems to fail. So I'm going to say thank you for allowing me to be with you today. And hopefully something was said to inspire and uplift everyone that was listening out in LinkedIn land, so to speak. And hopefully we can come to you again sometime in the near future and share some of my life stories and experiences, so to speak. I think that'll be interesting. Um, so check out my YouTube channel and what I have on there. I think you like those. I think you like it. And hopefully give me some subscribers. Be some subscribers. I need a few subscribers that will help out. So thank you so much. God bless and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. Excuse me, I'm going to have to call. Hey, Sarah. Sarah. Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to call my help here, trying to get off this thing here. So you have to excuse me. I appreciate your patience with me, with us today. And we had a little time getting started. Shadow life, you're gonna have your difficult moments and stuff like that, but we made it through. So I don't want to hold you too long. Sometimes we kind of get a little discontent. Uh, uh, there, but now we yes. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a wonderful day, and we get with you another time. There, another time. Hopefully, we can share more of start off where we left off at. Thank you so much. God bless. Have a wonderful life. What is this here?
Oh,
Oh, trust Mark. Oh, that might be a good man.